Hey everybody, this is a special little holiday, I guess, DVD showcase. Since Christmas is around the corner, why not pick up one of the most controversial slasher films of the 1980s? This is, of course, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Probably one of my absolute favorite horror films. I absolutely love this movie. Um, so I had to get. I actually, I had never owned this movie, and I've seen it, many times, but I never owned a copy for myself. And so I actually saw this set. I actually saw this set in the store for like $5, and it's a double feature, includes part one and two. And I thought, well, yeah, why not? I ended up getting the DVD set. I know Silent Night, Deadly Night is on Blu-ray now, but apparently the Blu-ray is terrible, terrible quality. Not exactly sure why. It's just for some reason during the transfer, the Blu-ray was very. A lot of people described it as like very pixelated. I mean, from the opening title card to just the until the rest of the movie, it looked very, very bad. A lot of people were just saying, Anchor Bay did a lazy transfer, lazy release, hardly any special features with it. Basically, just what's on this DVD, which is not much to begin with. But so I decided, I guess I'll just get the DVD because if the Blu-ray is really that bad, I mean, Silent Night, Deadly Night is such an old film anyway. Yeah, it looks old anyway. It looks older than than '84 actually. So, what the heck? DVD is just as good. And plus, I like the cover a lot. I like that it has the original cover for part one and part two. Part two obviously is, nothing compared to the original. But this is the movie. This has the original unrated version. Basically, if you don't know, Silent Night, Deadly Night was very controversial. A very controversial film. Had so much controversy from parents demanding it being taken out of theaters, and the movie had to be cut so many times. A lot of the stuff taken out, and now it's been restored here. It's an original version. So actually, some of the scenes in this look really grainy, like very yellow tint. I mean, it goes in and out from the DVD transfer, and then it's like there are moments of the film where it just looks really bad, but it's okay. I actually kind of like that. At least we get the movie in its most complete form. And actually, on the back here, it says that you get it in the most complete form. So that's really cool. And even when before you watch the film, like as the movie comes on, there's a screen that has like some black and red wood, like forest design, and then it says, it's like a whole paragraph explaining what they did to bring this to DVD, and explaining that, yeah, we know some of the portions of the film look really bad, but that's because we have the most complete and unrated version, ever released. So it's worth it. Trust me. If you like this movie, and you're tired of the R-rated version, you're gonna be happy with this set. Don't even get the Blu-ray. I mean, it's there's no reason to. But yeah, so just to kind of briefly go over the movie, I'm not gonna spoil anything if you haven't seen it, and if you have seen it, I'm sure you don't mind listening to it again. It's actually a really good movie. I know it's got nudity and it's pretty violent, but actually, when I watched it again, I don't really remember it. I remember it being even more. I guess because I'm an adult now, so it's like, yeah, it's just like every other kind of slasher movie to me. But I guess I could see for the '80s this being pretty controversial. But again, controversy sells. So, but other than that, other than it being really well known for being such a having such a protest, it's actually a really good movie. It basically starts out. I'm not going to try to spoil anything too much if you haven't seen it. basically it starts out with this little boy named Billy and his parents, and they're visiting his grandpa at this like mental facility, and the grandpa kind of scares the crap out of Billy by saying that you know, it's Christmas time, so if you're naughty, if you've been naughty, Santa's gonna come and punish you unless you've been nice. So this freaks Billy out, and he's obviously scared that Santa Claus is gonna come and kill him. Well, as they're leaving the mental facility and going back to wherever the hell it is they came from, there's this like criminal kind of, you know, just a general street scum, just, you know, drifter, dressed in a Santa suit, and just robbed a convenience store, and he's pulled off on the side of the road and basically walks up to the car. Billy's freaking out, and you know, his parents are like, it's okay, and you know, basically this guy in the Santa suit, you know, kills Billy's parents and tries to rape the mother, and I don't even know if it was successful. I don't think it was. And so basically Billy and his baby brother, who's been in the back seat the whole time, are forced to watch this. And Billy kind of runs off to the side of the road, and he's obviously traumatized by what happened. So him and his little baby brother are sent to a Catholic orphanage, which can be traumatizing even more. And you know, things happen in the orphanage. Not gonna say anything. I mean, it's you know, it's basically just some Billy being kind of discovering things, and you know, basically scared. The nuns scare him too, you know, and yeah, and the film kind of progresses. He gets older, and he actually gets a job at this toy store, like this toy department. I think it's like, you know, like a stalker, and and things just kind of get worse from there. He's actually forced to be in a Santa Claus suit, which traumatizes him from what he's seen as a kid. And he basically eventually he just snaps, and he goes on this killing spree dressed up in a Santa costume. So it's kind of like a, you know, a psychological horror film, and kind of starts out really good, and then it kind of just turns into a typical slasher film. But nonetheless, it's actually really good. I actually liked it. I liked it a lot. It's one of my favorite horror films. Part 2 is, you know, it's not that good. Basically, part 2, half of the film is basically flashbacks of part 1. And they've changed some things. I think it has like a slightly different score, and that's about it. And then the rest of the movie does have some you know, it is kind of a new movie, but half the movie's part 1, basically. And there's some scenes in part 2. I guess it's funny, one of them went viral. It's the garbage day scene. I don't know why that went viral, but it did. And other than that, part 2's really not that great. But it is cool you get a double feature, and actually picked this up for $5. And the cover's pretty cool, you know, I mean, it's like the original cover. But yeah, the first film's really, really good. Highly, highly recommend it. If you haven't seen this, I guess, yeah, I could pop this open here. The first one, I like that they're on separate discs. I was afraid they were going to be on one disc, but they're on separate discs. There's the unrated version of the first one, and then the second one. So yeah. This movie, just for being so controversial alone, kind of gets me into it. Other than that, though, I actually really do like the first film. It's really good. So, if you haven't seen Silent Night, Deadly Night, complete your Christmas with this DVD set, because it is very good. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.